This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, March 11. In Squiz Kids today, green energy revolution, the great pirate boat journey, Cam Smith says bye-bye, and a space station on the moon. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
Have you ever stopped and thought about where the electricity comes from that turns on the lights or TV or keeps your fridge running in your house? Some of it comes from power stations, and a lot of those power stations are fueled by coal. Yesterday, it was announced that one of the big coal-fired power stations in Victoria would close down earlier than planned, partly because of the continued rise of renewable energy sources such as wind and solar, which is to say electricity that's generated by wind and sunlight. The more solar panels people put on their rooftops and the more batteries they install to capture power, the less reliant we're going to be on the electricity produced by these big coal-fired power stations. Environmental activists welcomed news of the power station's early closure, as they have long been critical of the burning of coal, which contributes to climate change. But the power plant that's closing provides 1/5 of Victoria's electricity, and renewable energy sources are not yet up to the job of replacing all of that. Plus, the power station keeps about 500 locals in a job, and that's no small thing either. All big things to wrestle with as we move from fossil fuels, like coal, to greener forms of energy generation.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed off the coast of Miami in the United States, where a little girl has found a toy pirate ship and a message in a bottle that was set afloat by two brothers in Scotland, almost 7,000 kilometres away. Brothers Ollie and Harry Ferguson launched Project Pirate Ship, pushing out into the North Sea near their home in Scotland, a toy pirate ship fitted with a GPS tracking device and a message in a bottle. A GPS tracking device is an electronic device that sends a regular signal from the toy boat to a satellite, allowing anyone who wants to follow its progress across the world's oceans. In the 4 years since it was launched, the boat has turned up in Sweden and Denmark and even travelled to Africa. When the original boat got lost at sea, a new one was launched, and that one's now sailed from the Caribbean to the south coast of the USA, where a little girl and her dad have just found it. There's a link to a news report about the adventure in today's episode notes, as well as a link to Harry and Ollie's website. Their story is amazing. Maybe we need them for a Squiz Kids Q&A. What do you reckon?
Sport time.
There was an answer yesterday to one of the most asked questions in rugby league when Melbourne Storm and Queensland Origin legend Cameron Smith announced he was retiring. Widely regarded as one of the greatest players ever to pull on a jersey, Smith's announcement yesterday outside Melbourne's Amy Park as he unveiled a statue of himself brings to an end a career that spanned 19 NRL seasons and saw him play 430 games. That's a whole lot of tackling, scoring and playing of the ball. The boy from Brizzy played his entire NRL career for the Storm, but was always regarded by Queenslanders as one of them, especially at State of Origin time. Smith's announcement comes as the league season kicks off for another year tonight, when the Melbourne Storm take on the Rabbitohs, with another veteran of the game, Benji Marshall, pulling on the South's jersey for what many expect will be his last season.
Spaced out.
If you ever thought you might like to go and visit the moon one day, or maybe even live there for a bit, then your dream came one step closer to reality yesterday after Russia and China announced plans to band together to build a lunar space station. Lunar is the adjective used to describe anything related to the moon. In Italian, the word for moon is la luna, and in French, it's la lune. Under the plans being drawn up by Russian and Chinese scientists, the space station could either be in orbit around the moon or located on its surface, and it would be a scientific base from which explorers from all countries of the world could meet and explore the moon. The United States is already busy planning to send humans to the moon by 2024. It's starting to sound a bit crowded up there.
Time for the Squiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. In which part of the world do the toy pirate boat brothers Harry and Ollie Ferguson live? That's right, it's Scotland. Question number 2. For which NRL team did league legend Cameron Smith play before his retirement yesterday? That's right, it was the Melbourne Storm. Question number 3. Name the 2 countries who are banding together to build a lunar space station. You got it, it's Russia and China.
Shout-outs.
It's March 11, the birthday for Voice Kids judges Joel and Benji Madden. Because, you know, they're twins and all. How cool are twins? It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Aidan from Albany Hills, Carlos from Derrimut, Luca from Torquay, Rian from Oran Park, Alex from Canberra, Ruby, Leonard and Jack from Cloncurry, Amelia from Abbotsford, Charlie from Crookwell, Emma and Shelley from Wentworth, and Oliver, who was listening to us all the way over there in New Plymouth in New Zealand. And a belated birthday shout out to Lyndon from Newcastle. Happy birthday one and all. Today's classroom shout outs go to grade 3-4 White from St John's Catholic School in Richmond, Class 5G from Maroubra Junction Public School, Miss Grava's 4G class from Our Lady of Lourdes School in Balcombe Hills, the Year 4, 5, 6 class at Walpole Primary School, and Class 3-4W from Balgownie Public School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out. Squiz Kids is proudly supported by the Judith Neilson Institute for Journalism and Ideas.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.